play fake. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Down. It's Hawkins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cardinals at 3-6 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have, and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, Frank.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Murray going to try to throw on third down. This is complete to Hawkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 26. 23 yards on the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Murray now on first down. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. Touchdown! 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finished things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
First down, Murray. And he he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Pushes him over. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Come on. Murray now. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now to throw. Flushed out right. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And you just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw again.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Ready, break.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Right, right. Black shot. Cut, cut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Green gap. Hold pink.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
On the double. Red.
They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. Let's only just...
He's got him in. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 92 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time.
He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown with career touchdown number 60. And the Cards would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick six today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Murray now on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. To throw is Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals just continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
when they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, 69 yards.
And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Rohrwasser now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now here's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And now here's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Cards, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.